He's older now.
Hey there!
Hello!
Welcome back.
Hola!
Dennis Navarro,
¿Qué pasa?
and Richard Kensinger. We're back to talk to you about music and how that affects our moods. Thanks for staying with us. We did the countdown from 20 down to 1. Now we're doing different random things, starting with Rich Kensinger's topic, which he will introduce for himself.
All right.
Take it away, Rich.
So, some of you, if you've been tuning in for a while, I just want to prepare you. You know, for the most part, I'm not really a Beatles fan. So I'm picking one of a number of songs, just one right now, because for me there's a lot of them I could really criticize. But it's a Beatle and it's called I Am the Walrus. All right, so we're going to play that, and I'll tell you a little bit how it affects my mood and my behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll see how it does for you. I hope you can respond to that at some point. We really do want your input on a lot of what we're doing here.
Okay.
I am the walrus.
You look like a person, but I believe you.
In a former life. That's good.
What'd you think?
Oh, what do I think? With this song, I feel so disorganized, so psychotic, that if I listened to another couple minutes, I would have schizophrenia. And I am not prone to schizophrenia, trust me. So, oh man, I'm going to go to 0 rating.
A 0.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
all of us have encountered in our clinical practice people with schizophrenia. You can't make sense of what they're saying or doing or feeling. So that's me.
Okay. I am going to give it a higher rating.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 20. I don't like it at all.
Okay.
All right. But, I mean, there are some songs I hated more than that. But that's pretty low. That was John in the lead vocal?
Yeah, that's John.
What happened to his
Well,
voice?
he purposely affected his voice with a microphone to make it sound weird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
he literally
succeeded.
He tampered with his voice.
That was his plan the whole
Yeah,
all along.
you know, he wanted to.
It
He
doesn't-
said, "Give me a microphone sound that's kind of scratchy."
All right.
Yeah, he actually did that.
All right. Well, it doesn't help me feel better at all. I mean, it helps me feel worse. The lyrics don't make sense to me. And that's why I said previously is that the later Beatles got a little too weird, and I think they were resting on their laurels a little bit. I don't know why even that song was popular.
Because it was so different, I think.
Yeah.
Plus, a lot of people were dropping acid or smoking pot.
So that fit with
That's a
that
perfect song
subculture.
if you're sitting around.
It fit well with that subculture.
Because
Okay.
they're trying to figure it out. Let's play it backwards. Let's do all
Oh,
this
right.
stuff. Yeah,
Right. Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's
Everybody was playing a lot of the. What was the one? Number 9. They were
Oh,
playing that
yes,
back,
yes.
and you could hear
Revolution.
stuff. Yeah, really, you could hear stuff. Go to the castle and all this. If you play that backwards, if you still have that one, you can hear stuff.
Oh.
So I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know if it's a distortion or. I remember everybody in my dorm was playing that backwards and trying to figure it out. And this song was very popular because it was so weird.
Yeah.
So now the history on it is John Lennon said to the guys, "Let's make a song that makes absolutely no sense.
Oh.
That's really weird." And I've got the first line from when I was tripping on acid.
Okay.
So he said, let's throw the kitchen sink in because we're going to mess with our fans because this isn't going to make any sense, and they're always trying to interpret what the hell we're doing, and this will drive them crazy, and that's literally why they did it. And then it became popular, much to their surprise.
Well, and that's what I thought too. A lot of their more recent albums were pretty trashy. It was garbage, but the fans liked it anyway. So that's why looking back, I don't like their later albums in general.
Now I don't know if this is before or after Sgt. Pepper's. That's what I'd have to check out.
I could follow that.
But
Not a band, Sgt. Pepper.
But it is you got to admit, it's very creative, and it's probably the goofiest creative song by a famous artist that was ever done.
Yeah.
Because no one else would do that.
Right.
Like, could you see?
Oh, I could.
Well, we
I
could
Could you
come
see
up with
Chicago
something.
going, gaga, just making up?
They couldn't get away with it.
I could
and they're
tell
too
you.
musically, they wouldn't damage their reputation.
Because they're
that way.
professional musicians.
Professional musicians.
I could tell you what some of my clients, I call consultations, were so disorganized. I could tell you stories about what? And I spent like 15 minutes with him. What? What the hell do you mean? Jesus, come on, get
It's
with
the
it.
it's from
So
the album.
with
It's from
people
the
with
album.
schizophrenia, you can't make, unless they're on a lot of medication, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Okay, that's
What
it.
did
I'm
you
done.
give? What rating?
I give it 110.
All right,
Because
Dennis.
it's so incredibly creative. It's
Go,
probably the
go,
most
Dennis.
creative song ever made, and it's a joke that got by on everybody. Yeah. I mean,
You go, Dennis.
I give
You
him
balance.
I give him another 5 points for that.
there you go.
Okay.
Let me see this before or after.
Why else do
What
you
else,
hate
Rich?
the
Keep
Beatles?
going.
I mean, do you hate the Beatles in general, like from the beginning to the end, or?
Was the Walrus before?
Not necessarily. I think a lot of great music that came out of England, a lot of great music occurred here in the United States. So I'm open to like the foreign bands. I just, compared to other people and other groups I really like, I just don't like their musicianship. It just doesn't work for me. And so that's
Well, that's important.
Did you
too.
like any of their early stuff, Rich? I
Well,
Wanna Hold Your
initially
Hand.
because it was
Please,
it
please,
was
She loves you.
because
She
well
loves you.
Paula does love me. At least that's
She
what I
does.
think. That's what I
She
hope
said that to
anyway.
me.
I think because it was new and innovative, I began to like kind of that English invasion sound.
Mhm.
But I think there are bands that are much better. English bands that are much better.
Okay.
So you wouldn't put them on the
I wouldn't put it in the Hall
Mount
of
Rushmore,
Fame.
on the Mount Rushmore, or
No.
even in the Hall of
No.
Fame.
Or
okay.
on American Bandstand.
No, I wouldn't.
You
I did
can't
little
dance.
Stevie Wonder. They called him first time he was on Dick Clark's show. Bandstand, American Bandstand. They called him Little Stevie Wonder. Then after that, what do? He grows up.
He's big Stevie
He's
Wonder.
big Stevie
Okay.
Wonder.
He's
Okay.
still good.
All
Okay.
right. That's just.
Anything else you wanted to add?
Just, I'm glad Rich picked that because I liked it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
good to have a
That's the
difference
best
of
song he
opinion.
could have picked to
Yeah.
epitomize the Beatles being goofy.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm. All right. What do you think? Why don't
Please let us know. Please.
Write to us. I mean, we have conflicting opinions here, and we value your opinion. So let us
Absolutely.
know. And don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Au revoir.